What's up, guys? This is Josh from We Are Machine. My latest spotlight track is a new remix from Polymod, out today on Steven Weston's Blank Dust label. Some quick background on the artist. Steven Weston is a London-based Grammy-nominated engineer, producer, and songwriter, and he's also toured the world playing keyboards for the likes of Charlie XCX, Ladyhawk, and Mickey Echo. Weston launched his Blank Dust imprint in July with the release of an EP of the same name, which received some big support from DJs including Camel Fat, Yours Vorn, Hernan Cattaneo, and John Digweed, to name a few. More recently, beginning in late August, we've been seeing this sort of second wave of Blank Dust as the 5-track EP has been remixed by the likes of Alex Patterson's legendary The Orb outfit, John Gurd, as well as Apardi, whose own Unfamiliar production was a We Are Machine spotlight track selection back in May. The Orb's remix of a track called The Solent begins as poignant and beatless, but in the end, it just feels like a big, fat missed opportunity. On the remix, the glitchy main melody of the Solent was essentially defanged as those slices of staccato synths were essentially just blurred together into this kind of atmospheric haze. The remix feels a bit bipolar in a sense, as the first half sets this dramatic mood as the remix opens with an angry mob chanting, "The whole world is watching, the whole world is watching." The second half is where I really take issue with the Orb's Alex Patterson, as it just feels like he loses his way, beginning with these melting bell sounds, this sitar sample straight off of the Beatles' Love You To off of Revolver, and by the end, we're treated to a campy, silly outro, which is completely detached from anything resembling the Solent. In a remix that began as something poignant and beatless, by the end, it just devolves into something pointless. The shimmering production that is Dalston is one of my favorite productions on the Blank Dust EP, and I was honestly a little hesitant to hear any reinterpretation of it, but John Gurd transforms the melodies on his raging breakbeat remix with its last track of the night feel. Gurd has become a bit of a fixture for Anjuna Deep, and if you like the overdriven bass of his remix of Pretty Pink's Let You Go for Anjuna Beats, this one will be right up your alley too. Angel St. Clair is one of the more stripped back moments on Weston's Blank Dust EP, and Apardi, who's been a bit quiet since the late May release of his Alliance album, takes this mood even further on his remix. Bringing a more refined sense of clarity and precision to the production, Apardi chops up and pitches down the Callum Finn vocal on a remix that can't help but evoke fond memories of Motorrad in the process. Now, let's get down to business. Dropping today is a remix of The Solent from Simon Neil's Polymod alias. Neil is better known as Shadow Child, and for a quick taste of the Shadow Child sound, check out the Dirty House banger on the Shall Not Fade label called Found. Compared to Shadow Child, Polymod is a very different animal and has featured on Dusky's 17 Steps as well as Sasha's Last Night on Earth label. The orchestral breaks of Polymod's Cycles is one of the highlights of Sasha's Luz Oscura compilation. Here, on his remix of Weston's The Solent, Polymod wisely rescues the spine-tingling melodies and layers them atop a bed of textured, broken beats. On the original mix, Weston went with a shuffling 4/4 presentation that felt safe and maybe too accessible. But on Polymod's rework, there's a real sense of the remix eclipsing the original by being a bit more daring with the percussion. Listening back to the original mix after hearing where Polymod took it, it almost feels like an unfinished demo where the beats haven't quite been fleshed out yet. The 4/4 kick feels like a placeholder for some more fully realized percussion yet to come. The broken beats and those big claps just serve those tentative, jittery chord progressions so well. They just lock together in what, in my opinion, is the strongest of any of the Blank Dust reinterpretations. Polymod's remix is razor sharp and really helps to realize the full potential of those glitchy Max Cooper-esque melodies of the Solent, which is out today on Steven Weston's Blank Dust. I'm Josh with We Are Machine, and I'll be back soon with more Spotlight tracks. Thanks, guys.